Let me first say, as a community of journalists, the NPO, the NUJ, the NPAN, we are glad to welcome you. We have all not been totally briefed of the journalists being talked about this afternoon. We have a way of engaging and resolving our problems. We will solve that too. As journalists in Nigeria, as Uncle Sam says, the press fights for the rights of all Nigerians. And we have continued to do that, and have continued to enjoy a relatively free press. We do have hiccups of overzealous agents, but we resolve them. So should there be any challenges, we'll resolve this too. Having said that, we are here to talk about journalism and why it matters. In the last few days or few weeks, we were witnesses to the overreach of executive authority over immigration in the US. And with the role of robust journalism, President Trump was able to reverse course, ensuring that families remain families and people are not separated. Immigration, therefore, has been one major central issue around the world. In Europe and in the seas of the Mediterranean, lots of Africans are dying. If we all can also report it in a robust way, perhaps we can reverse the course of history. The EU, I believe, gives Turkey some $3 or $4 billion to keep refugees in Turkey and not let them cross to Europe. If you gave $3 or $4 billion to keep refugees in Nigeria, we will keep them here. That is what we can do if we report and throw light on the circumstances that we face. The issue is purely economic, and we can resolve our problems here. So we just have to do more and throw light on these issues. Yes, Nigeria is facing security challenges, and we are trying to deal with it with the panel here. But we must also remember where it started. That after democracy came, we were more concerned at stopping coups. We began to reduce our armed forces. We began to reduce our police. We did not arm our Air Force. I believe, was it Martin Aguirre who reduced the armed forces to about 50,000? For a country the size of 200 million, the size of our armed forces or our police are just not enough. Until the war of Boko Haram set sail, we did not think of security. So now we are confronted by a reality that we must all bring our heads together to rebuild our total security infrastructure bring policing to the communities and not to the federal state, so that we can ensure safety of our citizens and therefore produce economic growth. Until we get it right in Nigeria with 200 million Africans, soon to be one of the highest population centers in the world, we are going to have problems around the world. So coming back to immigration, the world should be interested in how Nigeria fares. That is the lesson I think we should bring about from this IPI conference. Beyond that, let the conversations continue. You are welcome to Nigeria. It's often heated debate, but we do resolve our problems. Thank you very much. And welcome.
And just a round of applause for all the speakers who came up here to give their very interesting remarks. Ndụka Obegbuna, of course, a well-respected journalist in Nigeria, who happens, by coincidence, to be the man who founded Africa's most widely read newspaper, This Day, as well as, of course, Arise Television News. So thank you very much indeed to all of you there. And as we await the main event and the main man, I'd like to quickly recognize the presence of some people here in the audience who have taken the time to join us this evening. Mustafa Suag, who is the Acting Director General of Al Jazeera. I hope I got that right. There's a scribble on a piece of paper here. And also Ismaila Isa, who is an IPI fellow. Sam Amuka Hemu, who is the publisher of Vanguard newspapers. And Kabiru Yusuf, who is the chairman of IPI Nigeria. Tony Iradia, who is the chairman of media publicity for the IPI World Congress. Bayo Onanuga, who is the MD of NAM. And Malam Wada Maida, who is the chairman of the People's Daily. And Chief James Ibori, who is the publisher of the Daily Independent. I want to welcome all of you, and of course there are lots of other distinguished people here, and as we get those names, and if we have the time, we will certainly recognize your presence here. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to move this rapidly forward, and having dispensed of the preliminaries, let's go straight away